Elon Musk makes some pretty bold claims about Tesla, even going so far as to say they are the best car.
With respect to Tesla, we make the best cars. Hate me, like me, or indifferent, do you want the best car or do you not want the best car?
But as is often the case with Musk's claims, that seems to be a fair way from the truth. The news agency Reuters have been doing some amazing work with their investigations into Tesla, and you may have seen one of my earlier videos on a previous Reuters story. In this one, it examined how Tesla created a secret team to divert customer complaints about the car's poor range. And now the US Department of Justice is taking action. Now Reuters have revealed how Tesla's modus operandi was to keep down warranty costs by blaming customers for faults and defects that the company knew were frequent failures in the components. If you're after EV and net zero sanity, you've come to the right place. If you like this kind of content, it would be great to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to enable all notifications so you never miss another video. It's absolutely staggering that a vehicle manufacturer in the 21st century should be struggling with basic components like suspension and drive shafts, but that's what we'll see in this story. The industry has had decades to refine these elements, and the excuse of Tesla being a new car maker doesn't hold water. And instead of putting their hands up and admitting this, they sought to blame owners for driver abuse to avoid liability. It's absolutely scandalous. Tesla blamed drivers for failures of parts it long knew were defective. Wheels falling off cars at speed, suspensions collapsing on brand new vehicles, axles breaking under acceleration. Tens of thousands of customers told Tesla about a host of part failures on low-mileage cars. The automaker sought to blame drivers for vehicle abuse, but Tesla documents show it had tracked the chronic flaws and failures for years. Shreyansh Jain was ecstatic in March when he picked up his first electric vehicle, a brand new 2023 Tesla Model Y. He used a sizable chunk of family savings to buy it with cash. "We were over the moon," said Jain, an electronics engineer in Cambridge, England. His exuberance came to a grinding halt one day later, with 115 miles on the odometer, Jain told Reuters. As he drove with his wife and 3-year-old daughter, he suddenly lost steering control as he made a slow turn into their neighbourhood. The vehicle's front right suspension had collapsed, and parts of the car loudly scraped the road as it came to a stop. "They were absolutely petrified," Jain said of his wife and daughter. "If we were on a 70-mile-per-hour highway and this would have happened, that would have been catastrophic." The complex repair required nearly 40 hours of labour to rebuild the suspension and replace the steering column, among other fixes, according to a detailed repair estimate. The cost? More than $14,000. Tesla refused to cover the repairs, blaming the accident on prior suspension damage. Jain is one of tens of thousands of Tesla owners who have experienced premature failures of suspension or steering parts, according to a Reuters review of thousands of Tesla documents. The chronic failures, many in relatively new vehicles, date back at least 7 years and stretch across Tesla's model lineup and across the globe, from China to the United States to Europe, according to the records and interviews with more than 20 customers and 9 former Tesla managers or service technicians. Individual suspension or steering issues with Teslas have been discussed online and in news accounts for years. But the documents, which have not been previously reported, offer the most comprehensive view to date into the scope of the problems and how Tesla handled what its engineers have internally called part flaws and failures. The records and interviews reveal for the first time that the automaker has long known far more about the frequency and extent of the defects than it has disclosed to consumers and safety regulators. The documents dated between 2016 and 2022 include repair reports from Tesla service centers globally, analyses and data reviews by engineers on parts with high failure rates, and memos sent to technicians globally, instructing them to tell consumers that broken parts on their cars were not faulty. Tesla's handling of suspension and steering complaints reflects a pattern across Musk's corporate empire of dismissing concerns about safety or other harms raised by customers, workers and others as he rushes to roll out new products or expand sales, Reuters has found. Later in the article we also get this example. The problematic control arms and links were cheap and simple parts, but 2 more complex and expensive Tesla components, steering racks and axle half shafts, also frequently failed on newer vehicles. Trace Curry had a slew of problems with his 2016 Model X. After paying $110,000 for the vehicle, the Cincinnati surgeon had to replace the control arms twice, once under warranty and once at his own expense. Later, after the 4-year warranty ran out, he paid about $10,000 more out of pocket for suspension and drive axle parts that failed, according to invoices Curry provided to Reuters. In 2018, Curry had to replace both front half shafts, the left and right drive axles that connect to the wheels, under warranty. Then he had to pay about $1,500 last year to replace both of them again. When suspension parts rust or wear out, the first symptom can be an annoying squeak, frustrating some Tesla drivers who paid six-figure sums for a luxury vehicle that promised whisper-quiet, breakneck acceleration. "It sounds like you're driving a jalopy from the 1970s, Curry said. "It defeats the purpose of the high speed if you're afraid your front wheels are going to fall off if you accelerate quickly." I highly recommend you go and read the whole article, link in the description, as it is a fascinating insight into the mindset of the Tesla organization. If you buy a cheap EV from China, you kind of expect this kind of treatment or non-existent warranty coverage, but with Tesla you're buying a supposedly premium product at a premium price. But it's clear that the quality is just not there, and what's worse, the company won't blame the car, it'll blame you. That's just about it for this one. Thanks very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you think. If you've got any tips or stories, you can hit me up at Instagram or by email, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Bye for now.